All right, guys, today I'm with the founders of the TPI experience, which I'm about to go through the entire thing today, and I'm very excited. So why don't you guys just give a brief introduction, and let's get on with it.
Perfect.
Sure. Well, I'm Dave Phillips. I'm a golf professional. Been a golf professional for a long time now. I think
He's older than me. Make that really clear.
1993, so I'm older than him. So I kind of worked with obviously a lot of players. I'm the co-founder of TPI along with this guy right here. And this is where we kind of developed the body swing connection. This is what we look at, and we're excited to take a look at you. We've heard you got some speed, so we're going to go hard.
Hopefully this will help me learn how to harness it a little better.
Yeah. I always say we're like, if everybody knows like the Dallas Cowboys have a training center, the Dodgers have a training center. Not a lot of people know that Titleist has a training center. So Titleist Performance Institute is where we take care of all of our players. We try and figure out how to take it to the next level. So you ready to go?
That's exactly why I'm here. Yeah. Let's get into it.
I want to start with some of the basics, if you don't mind, real quick.
Yeah.
Just give me, how tall are you?
5'8".
How much you weigh?
178.
Stop lying because of the camera. Okay. How old are you?
30.
Okay. And are you right-handed in everything you do?
I'm right-handed. I shoot a gun left-handed. I write left-handed, but I'm right-handed with all my sports.
Okay.
So I don't know if those other things are relevant, but
Okay. Now, this might sound weird, but from the day you were born to right now, broken bones, surgeries, major traumas, anything that cost you like a week of being able to do what you want to do?
yeah. So 5 years ago in 2018, I broke my 5th metatarsal in my right foot. Fell off a ladder, had a surgery. I have a plate and 4 screws in there, and it was probably about a 4.5 month recovery, it took way longer than expected because I did a nerve blocker in the surgery, and then the nerve didn't come. It was
on you said the right foot?
Yeah, the right foot. So the nerve didn't come back, and so I had to do like a bunch of therapy, but it was unbelievable. Yeah, it was like 4.5 months, and it was supposed to be like a month and a half.
And you feel like it's all good now?
It's good now, yeah.
Okay. And I'm assuming the plate and screws are still in there, though, right?
Yeah.
You don't feel like you've lost any range or anything?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Okay.
I've had some just issues with my lower back throughout especially from when I was like late teen years to, not really now, but up until a couple years ago. And I've done chiropractic pretty much 2 to 3 times a month for the last 5-6 years. I've had x-rays on my back and everything. I have
You gotta be careful of those chiropractors, man.
Yeah. So there's like a hairline fracture in I think it's my 3rd lumbar, I think, but it's stable and it's never been a problem. Yeah, it doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. But that's it. That's the only.
So just back to that lower back. So you said they found a hairline fracture on an X-ray or like a stress
Yeah,
fracture?
it's just a stress fracture. They said it probably happened when I was as a kid, probably.
Yeah. Did they ever say the word spondylolysis?
Yes, actually.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay,
I believe so. But I've had x-rays from multiple different chiropractors, and they've all seen it, and they're just like, it's so.
Well, anytime you get a spondy, those are usually like really young when you start getting those. Oh, what'd you do as a kid? Take me through that. Like what
I was just crazy. I was outside for 90% of my childhood, and I did anything you can possibly imagine.
Any major sports that you did when you were young?
Just recreationally, I played everything.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we got the foot, we got the back. Anything else? How's your knees, hips?
Those are good.
Shoulders, any problems? Elbows, wrists?
I tend to have a lot of tightness on my upper thoracics.
Okay.
That's when I go to the chiropractor. I feel like that's kind of the constant thing they come back to.
Okay. Neck's okay?
Neck's fine.
No LASIK surgery, anything in your eyes? Anything?
No.
Do you wear lenses or anything like that?
No.
Okay, good. All right, awesome. Superpower. Everybody's got a superpower. What's your superpower in golf?
I hit it really far.
Distance? What's your club head speed?
Most of the time, it'll probably be on the course. It's probably like 126 to 128, and I mean I've been over 130, but that's like when I'm actually trying to swing hard.
Nice.
Got it. It's a good superpower.
It's a great one. Any other superpowers?
I mean, I would say I feel like I'm a really good putter.
Good.
Yeah.
Those are 2 good powers.
Yeah. I'm a terrible green reader, but I feel like I'm a great putter. I feel like I roll it really nice.
It doesn't go in, but he rolls it really good. All right, so areas that you'd like to improve?
I feel like mid irons I struggle with, and then the longer clubs I struggle with more because I feel like some patterns in my swing that I don't know if I just don't understand them. In my mind, it's because of my swing, but it could be something else.
Do you have a coach?
No, not right now.
You have a trainer?
Periodically, but sometimes when I'm in Florida back home, but not all the time.
Yeah.
Pretty much doing it yourself?
Yeah.
You get any, you said you get chiropractic. Okay, perfect. All right. So I never want to assume, so I always say, imagine you're walking down the beach, you find a bottle, you rub on the bottle, and 2 genies pop out, and it's us. And we can give you 3 wishes today for your golf game. How can we help?
So a big thing is like being able to understand how to hit driver straight and not, I have a tendency to be really underneath it and I'm really far behind it. And so, yeah, I feel like
So what's the miss? Is it a right miss or a left miss, or can it be both?
It's kind of a bit of both, but it's more right. So it's like kind of a high spinning right shot that, and then I feel like I self-diagnose a lot. So I'll like video my swing, I'll watch it. I have some people that I send it to, and it's always the same thing of like, I have a really big head dip in my backswing, and then I go farther back, and then I have to flip at it to be able to square the
What's
face.
your preferred shot shape?
Just a little draw.
You want to know? Okay, so your first wish is on the driver, and it's more accuracy with the driver.
More accuracy with the driver, yeah.
Okay. Number 2?
Second would probably be I feel like I struggle with distance control with wedges inside of 100 yards from like 20 to 100 yards is where I really struggle. And then long irons, because I feel like I have the same tendencies that I do with a driver.
And hang back, so the
Yeah,
strike
hang
is a
back.
little
And
off.
Tell me about the distance control wedges. How many wedges you got?
up until right now, I've had 3.
What do you have now?
I'm doing 46, 46, 50, 55, and 60.
Gotcha. How do you do your distance control wedges now? Like, do you have like a matrix? Do you have a grid? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, so I have a stock swing, which I have a monitor at home. So like I just like work really hard on understanding
Which
what my
monitor do you
stocks. Foresight.
Okay.
GZ Quad, and so I have it like the numbers like I know a full swing goes, and then I have my matrix is like every time I choke down an inch, it's 5 yards. So I have like 3 shots with each club.
Interesting. So it's always a full swing, you just choke down.
And when you hit your distance wedges, is it because the distances are off, or is it the trajectory? Is it more spin, or?
The thing that I struggle with is inside of 100 yards is basically not being able to control the trajectory, and then I hit a lot of just like high spinny right shots that come up way short.
So you have standard grip, choke down 1, choke down 2. What do you call these? You just go grip 2, grip 3, or what?
I mean, so like if I have 120 yards, then my full 50 is 125. So I choke down an inch and it goes 120. And I figured that like this is
What's your
I've just hit so many,
shortest distance?
with that club.
No, like with your 58, your old 58,
so
choke down twice.
90 is like the shortest that I feel that I know it, that I can hit that number because I
okay.
can choke down 2 inches.
So normally it's 100, and you have a 95, and you have a
And
90.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so I have 112 with a 54, and then it's like 108, and then
Okay, so you have a matrix from 90 to like 125
25 with
and
wedges.
that's where you're good.
Yes, I do feel.
You just don't have a matrix between 0 and 90,
Yeah.
right? Could that be why you're not struggling? Okay, But
Yeah.
you think it's contact too, though?
Yeah, I feel like it's contact because I hit a lot of just like spinny shots that come up way like short right. Like that's just a very common thing for me.
Okay. So I understand how you cut down 5 yards on 90 to 125. How do you cut down to 60?
It's purely just like a feel thing. Like it's like I kind of get lost in that. So I try like if I'm laying up or if I'm even on a shorter hole, like I'm always kind of avoiding getting in that.
So everything is always taking energy off.
Yes.
What if I told you the best distance wedge players are always adding energy? Would that
I mean, that would fry my brain.
interest you?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely interests me because I mean, if they're the best, I want to.
Okay.
Absolutely.
It's really hard to cut down energy and control mechanics. So that could be some of the spin going on here. Okay, so you have 3 wedges and you have 3 numbers of these. You have 9 known numbers. I call them drunk blind numbers. You could be drunk and blind. You could hit those 9 numbers. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you got. Okay, so what we're going to do then is based on, no, you didn't, just want to make sure, because I want to be a good genie, right? Okay, first of all, you said driver accuracy, you said distance control wedges and long irons. You're good with fitness, you're good with all that kind of stuff, like you got a good workout plan, you got that stuff?
I mean, that's definitely something I'm interested in. Like, I want like, I guess to add to that, or maybe to understand more about
You want
my
the fourth
body
wish? You gonna give him a
how-
fourth wish? Well, based on what you said, but I think what we should do is we should do a physical screen first, just to understand what you can and can't do. Right? We
Okay.
never want to tell you to do something you can't do. Right? We call that bad coaching. And then we'll probably check some power. If that's your superpower, I'd like to see kind of which part of your body is doing that. Then we'll go get on our force plates. That'll give us an idea. Probably on all three of these.
Yeah.
So we'll do some distance control wedges on there too. And then we'll get on our 3D to see how you move your whole body, and then hopefully we'll be able to answer these three questions.
Tell us how you feel real quick. Give us a little thing. Give us a little feeling.
So that was awesome. I was really interested to see kind of how my body was moving, and apparently it's pretty good. There's a couple things at the top that were some deficiencies, I guess you could say, and I'm really excited to figure out how to improve those, because like Dave said, it's like a lot of people will try to change their swing, but they don't understand that their body is actually what is causing them to not be able to swing how they want to. So I think it's gonna be very insightful for me, and I mean, this is the stuff that I could not love this more. It's incredible.
Okay, you're gonna go ahead and step on the mat. So the first thing we're gonna look at here is vertical jump, right? You can use everything, arms,
Okay.
legs. Just do a couple easy ones first, just to make sure the
Okay.
mat's not moving around. Nice. Couple easy ones. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, go as high as you can. That was 23.3 inches right there. Go as high as you can. 24.2. Every time it goes higher, you get another jump.
Okay.
That was lower, 23.8. One more time. 24.2 is your highest. Okay, you want the good news or the bad news?
Bad news.
Bad news is PGA Tour average is 26.
Okay.
Okay, you're 24.2.
Wow.
One more. Okay, 24.2 is what's your highest. You want to know the good news?
Yeah.
I'm a liar. PGA Tour average
Yeah. That had me slightly concerned a little bit.
Joel Damon just jumped higher than you this morning. No, it's okay. So PGA Tour average is 23. So you're 24.2.
Okay.
Nice.
Still slightly embarrassing.
Yeah.
Slightly embarrassing. Did the PGA Tour just hear that?
Would have been a lot different in high school, but not there anymore.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is come back on here. You're going to go right leg only. You're going to jump, but you're going to land on 2 feet. Always land on 2 feet for safety.
Right leg only?
Right leg.
Wow. So just jump.
Jump as high as you can, land on 2 feet. One more time. High as you can. Okay, left one. Now those are pretty equal. Does that feel about the same?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Never done a one leg
Can't
vertical.
wait to put this on your story.
Yoink.
Okay, now last jump. You're gonna get ready to jump. You're gonna go like this. You're gonna get ready, but you're gonna stop at
Okay.
the bottom. And when I say go, you just jump straight up.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Okay.
So go down and get ready. Go. 23.4. Nice. Okay. Now, let's get this out of the way. We're gonna go on the carpet. I'm gonna have you lay down. Okay, this is a soccer throw-in from your back. You're
Okay.
gonna sit up and throw me the ball.
You're a long ways
So you're
away.
gonna, as you're sitting up, throw me the ball.
Sit up and throw it.
Yep.
Oh boy.
I'd say throw as you're sitting up. That's a better way to think of it.
Okay, this is gonna be really awkward for me.
Do an easy one first. Easy one first.
Okay.
So throw as you're sitting up. Don't
Okay.
sit up and then throw. Yeah, just like that.
My brain gets confused about what I'm supposed to do.
Nice. Okay. Okay, this was your farthest. See if you can beat this. PGA Tour average is that yellow sign. Just kidding. Okay, we're good. Nice. That was better. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Now stay right there. All right. So now we're going to go to this white chair. Have a seat. Okay. Coming at you. You can rock back, chest pass.
Okay.
TrackMan says you need a little more launch angle.
Okay.
Nice. One more. Okay. Right here. 20 feet, 5 inches. Okay. Put that in. Now, last test you're going to do here is this. Hold on to this. You're going to, left foot's on the line right here. You're going to hold it like a shot put. You're going to load and you're going to shot put it out to me.
Okay.
I'm expecting at least here.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. And that went a lot farther. That's great. It's a little wet now, but it's coming at you.
Good?
Yeah. Okay. Go. Now comes the fun part. Turn that way. Left hand. You got one job. Get it out of the bay.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. Try it again. You go right. You want one more?
No, I'm good. I think that was felt pretty good.
It's like, please don't do another one. Stay right on that line.
Oh.
I think I can get the laser. If not, I'll pace it off. 36.8 and 36.8 and 27.8. 36 and 27. Moment of truth. Okay, so basically what we do is we take the data, we put the data in the computer, and basically it gives you, I like to think of this as horsepower. It says you've got a 24.25 horsepower lower body engine, you got a 18.92 horsepower core, and you got a 20.42 horsepower upper body.
Okay.
Gives you again green, yellow, and red. It's saying core's obviously your weakest, the lower body is definitely your strongest. If I take a look at your lower body, if I just touch it, okay, that's 10% above our PGA Tour average.
Okay.
Lower body strength. If you want to make your, I should say lower body power, if you want your power to be higher, like that's above PGA Tour average, but if you're like, sure, I don't even want to be higher, right? Power is force times velocity,
Okay.
which is basically strength times speed. So in other words, if you're really strong, you're not powerful. If you're really fast, you're not powerful. You have to be strong and fast to be
Yeah.
powerful, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
if power is down, we always go, is it strength or is it speed? The app looked at it and it said, if you want to get your lower body more powerful, it's speed that says you got enough strength. Okay. Now if I
So
go,
it's like I got enough strength to be faster.
correct, to be more powerful. Yep.
Oh, wow,
If we had a
okay.
little more ballistic explosive, your legs would be more. If I look at your core, let's look at your core here. Same thing here, core. You can see that's your biggest deficit. You got a 14% below PGA Tour average on your core. If you want to make that, again, it's not saying strength, it's saying speed. So a lot of times people see this like, I want to get more powerful, I want to go lift weights. It's saying that's not going to do anything. Speed's going to
Yeah.
do more for
Okay.
you there. And we're going to look at your speeds here in a second. Upper body. Now, upper body said strength,
Okay.
which is interesting. Right?
Yeah.
You're about 7% below PGA Tour average on power on the upper body. So your superpower is lower body. I mean, that's where you're dominating all the
Yeah.
guys. It's just good to know because if we see like, man, he's using his legs a lot, but not his arms. Well, it makes sense. That's where all your power is,
Yeah.
type of stuff, right? And if I was going to try and improve your power, I would do some strength in your upper body first and speed in your core and your lower body. Does that make
yeah.
sense? Okay.
That's awesome.
So I'm going to actually have the AI build you a power and fitness program too, strength program too. So
I
I'm gonna
love that.
So now we have a pretty good idea physically what you can and can't do. Now we're going to go look to see what you do in your swing.
Okay.
So now I'm going to get you warmed up right here. I'm going to have you grab your 6-iron. We're going to get force plate while you're here. What I want you to do is, have you hit on these type of force plates before?
No.
Okay, so watch. Stand on the force plate and keep moving around. Both feet on there. Keep moving. Set up to the ball like you're waggling, getting ready. Okay, if you hit a ball right now, we wouldn't get anything. When
Okay.
you're ready to hit, hold still for 2 seconds. Stay down there at the ball. Hold still for 2 seconds.
Double plate ready.
It'll say that, and now we're recording.
Okay.
Okay, if you hit before that, I didn't get it. So you can hit if you want, but when you're ready, you just hold still. It'll say double plate ready, then you swing
Okay.
and we'll capture it. Does that make
Perfect.
sense?
Yeah.
Okay, and let me just reset it. Okay, we're ready when you are.
Double plate ready.
Boom. I want to get at least 3 of those.
Horrible golf
One
shot.
more. Okay, you can keep warming up to the driver.
Oh, the high toe.
Tees are like a missile. So, good stuff here. I'd like to, before I say anything, I'd like to see, it's a par 5, get me there in 2.
Like you want me to hit it hard?
Yeah. Okay, let me take a quick peek at that.
I'm geeking out right now. I feel like I'm tripping on something. This is insane.
Man, you got some seriously really high numbers, which is really
Really?
good. So in other words, like how you use the ground. If I were to do like our power testing on you and try and predict like how much you're doing more than I would have predicted, which is really
Really?
good. I mean, you really know how to generate power. Like to give you an example, and I'll go through all this with you. I don't want to do too much until I do the 3D because I don't want you to change anything yet.
Okay.
And then we'll go through, but we're measuring how you're pushing into the ground. There's 2 things that are the highest correlators to club head velocity. That's how much you push down, vertical force, like you're jumping, and what's called total torque. And I'll go through all these. Your vertical, when you went after it right there, was 252% of your body weight. PGA Tour average is 198. That's a significant amount more. And then total torque, like I said, is probably the #1 indicator of club head speed. PGA Tour average is in the high 30s. Yours was 73. So
What?
so we can get this under control. This is definitely a superpower. Right? This is like long drive numbers, which is really, really, really,
That's
really good.
crazy.
Yeah.
So 200. You said 250% of my body weight. So it's like
252.74% to be exact. Is how hard you push into the ground.
Is that good?
He also lied to you about PG Tour average before, so I was like,
I mean, it's not as much as I do, but it's pretty good. You know. Now, let's get 3D first, and then we'll get more into this because I just don't want you to change anything yet. As soon as I start saying stuff,
feel
you're
like
going to try and change some stuff. I do see a couple areas where we could even make it better, which is what's scary, which is really good.
Let's freaking go.
All kinds of wires coming on you. I promise you'll be able to swing with all this junk on you. You have to come back. You're literally like a week away from our new 3D system, which is the ones you see here where there's no wires anymore. But that'll be your next visit. Follow up. One more.
You mean take my belt off?
Nope.
Okay.
Belt actually helps. I'm just getting this so that it's snug, but I want you to be able to breathe. Tell me, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna pull this so your shirt doesn't grab it. As you can tell, we don't like to guess. So basically the force plates, just to give you a little background, so the force plates tell me how you start your power, right? So it literally shows when you push into the ground, what does the ground do?
Pushes back.
It pushes back, right? So those are called ground reaction forces. That's what helps create the club movement. But so you did great creating them, but you can still screw it up somewhere here. So now this is going to show me how you transfer it through your body.
Oh wow.
Right. Dave and I have a pretty good idea of why you have those 2 misses with your driver. So that's the good
Okay.
news.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Do you want to confirm it with this? Mm-hmm. Okay. There's only one rule with this entire thing, and that's this guy right here. You're basically stepping into an MRI now.
Okay.
So this is the magnetic field. The one thing you don't want to do is knock over the magnetic field.
Okay.
So set up like you're going to hit. Yeah. Now, as long as you can do whatever you want, just don't walk backwards and knock this over.
Okay.
Okay. And honestly, Dave's gonna put a net here. I'm not even looking at ball flight.
Okay.
I'm looking at how your body's moving. So as long as you feel like you swing normal, the sensor on the shaft actually adds a little weight to the club too. So I don't really even care what the ball's doing.
Okay.
Okay. This is all about body movement right now. All right. Hit one. Let's go ahead and hit one. Fingers crossed. Be nice. Be nice. There. Okay. Nice. We're back in action. All right. Good news. Good news is this is Captain Obvious what we need to work on, which is good. But
Okay.
it's really really good. Okay. So let's do another one. Par 5. Give me home in 2. On this next one. Okay. Okay. Give me a second. This is so Captain Obvious, which is great. Like I said, I love Captain Obvious. So let me let's start force plate. Okay, I'm going to leave this on you because I want to get your wedge distance
Okay.
wedge on here. If you're okay with
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. So let me go through just the force plates first of all, like what we're
Okay.
looking at. So like we said, the force plates measure the ground reaction forces, which is basically Newton said in his third law that if you push into the ground pushes back equal and opposite, right? So if you push down with 100 pounds, it's pushing back 100 pounds. What we now know is those ground reaction forces that come back help you move your body in the club, right? There are certain forces that help move the club up and down, certain forces that move the club behind you and in front of you, and actually even vice versa. If you move the club down, it can actually make your ground reaction forces react too. So it really helps us understand how you move the club and deliver power. Now there's 3 basic forces that we can measure on a force plate, right? Right and left. So lateral, you can see how much you push lateral. We can see front to back, heel to toe, right?
Okay.
And we can see up and down, vertical,
Okay.
right? So we can measure all 3 of those, and we're going to measure all 3. I always say, like in some sports, it's obvious, like which forces are the most important. Like if I said sprinting, you're in the blocks and you're going to go this way, okay? Front to back would be pretty important, and maybe vertical, not so much side to side.
Right.
If we were speed skating on ice, you're going to push sideways on the ice. That's more lateral. In golf, it sounds weird. Believe it or not, it's all 3. We use all 3 of them in combination to create
Okay.
twisting.
Yeah.
So we can actually measure the forces, but we can also measure what's called the torques. Okay, so now the torques, the best way to explain that is if I took one of your clubs, right? If I take a force and I apply it, there's your center of gravity of the club, or center mass. If I apply a force right through the center mass, the club just goes, great catch, the club goes straight, there was no twisting. If instead of, here's the center mass, if I move off of the center mass and I apply a force, now if I push this up, the club's going to twist. That's called a torque.
Okay.
When you push into the ground, if the force coming back goes right through the middle of your body, you don't twist, you just move. If it goes off the center of your body, well, it creates twisting.
Right.
We can actually measure that
Okay.
as well, right?
Yeah.
So there's 3 ways you can twist. You can twist this way, okay, obvious, that's called twisting. You can twist this way. I call that rock and roll.
Okay.
And then you can twist this way, that's bend, right? We actually can measure all 3 twists too on how you're
Okay.
doing this. So we're looking to see how you're pushing and how you're twisting through your golf swing. Now, typically what we see is a typical pattern with great ball strikers, right? Now again, you can win the Masters doing anything,
Yeah.
right? So we have some ones that are different. But if I take the average of our tour players, this is what they do. They get to near the top of their backswing, and usually the first force we see is lateral. They start pushing lateral. So we'll see a little lateral. And then most great players will shallow the club first. They don't go steep and then try and shallow. They go shallow and then they try and steep. Now this is arms coming down, trunk towing this way. That's rock and roll. So normally what we see is we see lateral, we see rock and roll. Then we're going to see twist. They bring the club out in front. And then we see jump. That's the normal, what we call kinetic sequence. Lateral, rock, twist, jump.
Okay.
With your iron, lateral, rock, twist, jump. That's what you do. It's like perfect. Perfect sequence. I'll show you that in a second.
Okay.
Perfect sequence. Driver, not so much.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
So on your driver, you actually lateral, twist, then rock, then jump. Okay, so we'll talk about how that can be problematic type of stuff. So
Okay.
the sequence is off a little bit. Now your timing of when you do this, like when in your golf swing, is fantastic. We always like to do all this before the shot's vertical, and you're early, which is big hitters do that, which is great.
Okay.
So your magnitudes, I told you, are insane. Like
Okay.
how hard you're pushing are great. We just saw a little out of sequence, right? So then we're like, curious why he's a little out of sequence, and we go to the 3D.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look at the
Wow.
3D. So in the
That
3D,
is fascinating.
now what I'm looking at is you created this energy. Okay, so let's say you create 200 pounds of force down here. Well, you did 252 pounds of force. And let's say I do 200. You're going, hey, I'm going to kick your butt. What if by the time I got to the club, yours was 150 and mine was still 200. You can still screw it up here, right? Okay, so what I want to see now is how well do you transfer this energy through your body? Because what we know, we got this club again, is that the best players in the world also transfer it the most efficiently. And what they do is this is kind of Captain Obvious, is lower body goes first, they then transfer to the trunk goes second, then they transfer to their arms go third, then they transfer to the club, and the club goes fourth. They don't go club, and then here comes the lower body, and then here comes your arms, like a lot of amateurs do, right? So the next thing we look at is, do you go from here to here to here to here, okay? So what I do is I put all these sensors on you.
Okay.
The red represents your lower body,
Okay.
green represents your trunk, blue represents your arm, and the yellow is the shaft. So what I should see is, let me make this bigger. As those lines go up, you're rotating. So I should see the lower body, the red, go up. And then I should see you transfer energy to your green, the trunk should go up. Then I should see the energy transfer to the arm, the blue should go up. Then I should see you transfer to the club. I'm like, check, I see that. Right? I see you transfer energy going all the way up.
Okay.
So I look at that, I'm like, man, that's fantastic, like how you're doing this. And I look at, with this magnitude, I look at the speeds. I'm like, dude, you got rocket ship over there. So that's creating force. That should all turn into twisting, right? And this is measuring rotation, how fast you're twisting.
Okay.
So these should be insane, right? So I look at the twisting and I go, so far it all looks efficient, right? I look at the club head, or the club shaft. Club shaft is moving 2,800 degrees per second. Average on tour is just over 2,300.
Okay.
That's insane. I'm like, man, club's moving crazy. I'm like, great speeds. I come back here, your arm speed. So this is how fast your arms are whipping around your body. 1,146. PGA Tour average is 1,100. You're above average there as well.
Okay.
I come down here, I go to the trunk. It's 895. PGA Tour average is 700. Right? So I'm like, this is crazy. And I get to the lower body. And I get to the lower body, and your peak lower body speed, let me see if that's faster there. 467. Yeah, it's like 460 degrees per second. That's like RPM, so fast. PGA Tour average is over 500.
Wow.
I'm like, what? Right, so I look at this and I'm like, you got great trunk, you got great arms, you got great club, but the handle of the whip is kind of slow. But I look over there and I'm like, but you put so much force into the handle. I'm like, what's going on here, right? So we're starting to paint a picture that I see you creating power, but I'm not sure you do a good job of rotating your pelvis. Now your upper body's taking up the slack, but where's your superpower from the gym? If I were looking
Lower body.
Lower body, I'm like, did you just cut off the handle of the whip? Like you could actually hit it harder. So you're using your upper body.
Your superpower.
Right.
Yeah, so
How?
Insane because of the numbers you have, right?
and by the way, sometimes when you do that, it knocks your sequence out over there, right? So if the club starts doing things before the lower body goes. So now we're going, take this, like you still bomb it, but you've cut the handle off the whip a little bit.
Right.
It's a little low, it's still in sequence, but I'm like, that just doesn't make sense. So we started looking at your lower body to see what your lower body can do, right? I don't know if you can see this, okay, but see the green line right here?
Yeah.
Okay? And see how the green line, it kind of goes up a little bit, and then it goes down this is the top of the backswing. It kind of goes down through transition, and then it goes up, and it kind of is about the same level as this.
Yeah.
Yours kind of goes up here. It starts to go down in transition, and then it goes skyrocket up, like way higher. Okay, I want to explain what that is. You see that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, it's very, for us 3D nerds, this is very easy to see, right?
Okay.
So I want you to see this. So obviously that was one of our tour players. And what are we talking about there? What we're talking about is, remember I said we found the center of your pelvis. So imagine you swallowed a sensor into the middle of your pelvis. That green line is called pelvic thrust.
Okay.
Thrust is forward and backwards motion.
Okay.
As it goes up, you're moving towards the ball. As it goes back, you're moving away from the ball.
Okay.
Right? So what most players do, if you look at the center of my pelvis, as I rotate, the center of my pelvis actually moves closer to the ball because I'm rotating. The pelvis is on the ellipse.
Yeah.
As I start to rotate back, the center of my pelvis actually rotates back.
Okay.
And I come through. So in the downswing, you should see your center of your pelvis moves back as you come through.
And the graph go down.
Correct.
Okay.
What does yours do?
It goes way up.
That means the center of your pelvis on the downswing is moving towards the golf ball. So you're going, you start to move towards the golf ball, and then you keep moving towards the golf ball. So the space, I always say the space in front of you, you ever play Monopoly?
Yeah.
I'm old, so we played Monopoly
Yeah.
when I was a kid. Okay, that right there, boardwalk is the most valuable real estate. This is boardwalk,
Yeah.
right? I always say this space right here is for your hands in the club, right? If your body invades the space, where are your hands going?
They're gonna be away from it.
You get two options.
Yeah.
Right? So this way, what shot is that?
It's usually a high right or a snap hook.
That's what you said I'm doing, right? Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
So we're like, dude, we gotta get you your space back. You've invaded the space with your lower body. Now,
Okay.
when you start doing this, how much is your lower body rotating?
Very little.
Why your red line is not going fast, it's not twisting. You got a lot of force, but it's not twisting. That's why we're like, why is the red line low? Right? Why is it not exploding? Like, see how flat this is?
Yeah.
Watch this. I won't name any names, but let's just say this is when this guy was #1 in the world.
Wow. It goes up and goes way back down.
Looks like a volcano.
Yeah.
Yours look like a mound.
Yeah.
Right? That's because this is rotation. Yours is kind of flat because you're doing this. You're not rotating.
Yeah.
Right? So I think we get
Wow.
rotation back, we can start to get some control back. And believe it or not, which is scary with you, you'll actually hit it farther.
Wow.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. Okay? So
The thing there is you may need to change the fit of your golf clubs because of what you were fit.
Maybe,
for
maybe
before
not.
we did this.
Okay.
So it could-
Yeah.
but maybe it'll take away that left there, and we might get lucky here.
Which
We'll
I
see.
had, that left is with my miss with my irons is always left.
Yeah.
Always.
The thing about it, the more the
This
handle
is going to be the
ranges,
same with the iron. Okay, just before I want to get the distance wedge. I want to see what
Okay.
you're doing there. So I want to see a couple. I'll see your full one. I want to see you take 5 yards off, and then we're going to see a couple chips.
Okay.
Okay, that's called that characteristic that you're doing is called early extension. It is literally one of the most common characteristics of players. So
Okay.
like I said, I love it when it's Captain Obvious. Dave, hit record. When you hear it, go ahead and hit.
Double plate ready.
Go for it, 10 yards. And click it, Dave. Okay, Dave, go ahead and hit it. Micah, when you hear it.
Double plate ready.
Nice, hit the spot.
I've done some cool things in my golf career and on YouTube, and this is probably the coolest as of right now.
We're gonna make this video
I know.
not 10 hours long.
I know. It's so cool.
You do any drills a lot? Like, you practice any drills with your swing or anything like that?
Not a ton.
I want to show you what's going on with your wedges.
Okay.
Like I said, I love Captain Obvious. You're the captain. Okay, so let's talk about like chipping, finesse. Finesse wedges to me is when it's not full power. Okay, so full power is power, finesse wedges is you're trying to finesse around here. Another way to think about that is like if I said, hey, for $1 million, you got to hit this spot. If you're going to throw underhand, that'd be finesse wedge. If you
Yeah.
go overhand, it's probably power.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that whatever that distance is, right? There's 3 things that are like, if we look at the best finesse wedge players in the world, I don't want to say they're non-negotiable, but almost all of them do this.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
What they do is the following, is their lower body goes forward, this is during the swing, it goes forward, back, and up. I can tell you death in finesse wedges, right? The 2 deaths with finesse wedges, down, okay, that's contact becomes a problem, and forward.
Okay.
Those are always problems, right? This is kind of where he starts. Now I want you to look at these numbers here. You see these numbers here? Okay, this one right here is center of mass. I'm looking at the center of your mass, up and down, heel to toe, trail to lead. Okay, so it should go up, it should go towards the heel, and it should go towards the lead.
Okay.
It goes up, left, and back.
Okay.
Okay. So let's take a look at up and down first.
Okay.
Right? So he starts at 1 inch. That's just I started the recording and then he settled in. Let's say that's 0. So he starts at 1 inch. If I keep going, what's the number doing?
Going up.
He's going up.
Yeah.
Right. So he's going up. Get to the top of his backswing. What does he do in transition?
Forward.
Just keep looking at up and down. What should he do now? So he went up 2 inches.
Oh, he went up 2 inches. Yeah.
So now what should he do?
Go back down.
What do great wedge players do?
Go forward.
Let's keep with up
Oh,
and down.
okay.
Did I ever say
They
they
go
go
up
up and
more.
down? They always go up.
They always go up.
So
okay.
watch,
So
keep watching. You ever
it's
go
going
down?
up.
Isn't
No.
that weird?
It's still going up.
Great finesse wedge players go up and up and up and up. Okay, that's number 1.
Wow.
Okay, now let's.
Part of the reason is that helps them get angle out,
Mm-hmm.
right? so you can
Okay.
expose the bounce.
Yeah.
If I go down and down and down, I lean the shaft more
Yeah.
forward and I get leading edge.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Just think, if
Yeah.
you're releasing the club, you got to get taller to
Yeah.
make space for the bounce. Okay. So now we're going to look at heel to toe. Okay. So this is basically forward and back, right? So if it goes towards the heel, he's going back. So if it goes negative, he's going back.
Okay.
He's going forward. Now in the backswing, kind of interesting. Watch this. So he's going towards the toe, right? So backswing, you can go a little forward. Now here's the downswing. Okay, notice it's at point, now it's 0.9. He's going smaller, so it means he's going towards his heel, and he just keeps going towards the heel.
Wow.
So the downswing is back,
Okay.
okay?
Yeah.
Look at the trail and lead. Higher goes left, lower goes right,
Okay.
okay? 0.38, it's just getting higher, he's going left.
Wow.
Okay, so basically on the downswing, he went up, back, and left. That's a superpower.
Okay.
You understand? So the first thing I look at with a 10-yard stock, I'm like, do you go up, left, and back?
Okay.
If not, we kind of try to figure out why you're not doing this. You're starting, let's say 1.92 is where you start. That's your zero. Okay, so it should go higher, right? So 1.92. It's at up to 5.23, so it definitely went up,
Okay.
right? Actually, that one went up. That's great. That actually went up.
You had one before that went down.
Yeah, but okay, at least that one, right? That's good. That means you showed me one that went up, which so far good. Let's go to the next one, heel to toe. What's that doing?
It's going up right now.
That means
so
it's
that
going
means
toe.
I'm going forward.
Same thing as your full swing.
Okay.
You can't go forward. You can't invade. Remember, that's board block.
Right.
Can't
Okay.
invade the space. Right. So we're going toe. We're going towards the toe. Still going forward. Still going forward. Still never went back.
Right.
Okay. So now here, and we come down here. This should get less negative, and it is. Let's say so on this chip right here, you did everything good except you went forward. Which
Okay.
is pretty much your full swing. Okay. The good news is I think the forward is your big problem. It's
Yeah.
probably affecting your distance wedges, it's affecting your long irons, it's affecting your driver, it's probably doing all of it, which is great, right? So I think that's great. Now when we went to your finesse shot, to your distance wedge, right? Normally a distance wedge, when you're like where the guy's walking right now, when you're gonna hit out there, is that power or finesse?
That's more power.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? It should look like a power swing. Yours kind of looked like a finesse swing. On here.
Really?
So I almost feel like when you were taking, like when you were choking down, it almost didn't look like a power swing to me. So it's very common sometimes that when you try and take energy off to eliminate power altogether. So I think we're going to do that one last. We'll come to that last because maybe just the moving forward and down is complicating that whole thing.
Yeah.
But I think what we should do first is we should get rid of the early extension first,
Yeah.
and then we go after the down on the chip. Any questions for us on what you're doing? Understanding it and then fixing it, two different things. I just want to make sure you understand it.
I feel like I understand it pretty good because this is something that a lot of people have told me, but they've never been able to.
Okay, so you've heard this before.
I've heard, early extension,
Yeah.
and then I get, which a lot of people tell me.
What have you tried to do to fix it?
I have tried to feel this hip staying back, but it never works. At least I have, in my experience, I've never.
Very good, because I want you to know, no players try and control their hip.
Yeah.
They push the ground, and the result of how they push the ground moves the hip.
Wow.
If you try and move the hip, you don't push the ground properly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so I think we need to talk about how to push the ground properly. 'Cause
Yeah.
remember, it's the ground reaction force that pushes your hip backwards. So if I push into the ground like this, straight down, the ground reaction force pushes straight back up. If I want the ground reaction force to push me backwards, I got to push forward.
Yeah.
Okay, pretty confident you're not doing that.
Okay.
Okay, because
Yeah.
if you did, you'd be moving backwards.
Yeah.
You're moving forward. You're probably pushing more this way, going this way. We have three ways of breaking early extension out of players. We use jump drills, we use some medicine ball drills, and we use a rotary chair type
Okay.
stuff. I never know which one's going to be the easiest. Usually one of those makes more sense, and then we get into the swing. So I'm just going to try each one until one kind of looks like it clicks, and then we're
Okay.
going to go with that, okay?
All right.
So we'll do the easy one first, which is a jump drill.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to steal your club. So let's connect this to what we saw in the gym earlier.
Okay.
Remember you had a red dot. You remember what the red dot was?
It was pelvic,
Doing what?
not rotating.
Correct. What am I worried about in your golf swing right now?
it's not rotating.
Not okay. So I think what's very obvious sometimes, or maybe not so obvious sometimes, is that sometimes you do things because they're physically difficult. In the gym, the one thing that was hard was for you to rotate left. Watching your swing, I'm like, you're not rotating left, you're going this way. So some of the things we're going to tell you, I know are potentially the hardest things for you to physically do, so we might do some things to try and make it easier. Like we might position your foot and stuff. And then in the gym, everything you do in the gym will just make this easier. Because it makes sense that you wouldn't want to rotate if that's the red dot. If I said do a vertical jump, let me watch you do a jump. Just like an easy jump.
Just like right here.
Yeah. Okay. So what I always teach my players is when you jump, when you squat down, what'd your arms do?
It went down.
Okay. And when you jumped up, what'd your arms do?
Up.
Okay. I'd like you to do the opposite. As you squat down, I want your arms to come up. As you jump, I want your arms to come down. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see you
So
do that.
go down and up.
Yep. Because that's what golfers do.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see you do that again. This is the golf jump. Good. Now take your hands, connect them together like you're a golfer. And as you squat, put your hands over your right shoulder, and then as you jump, just drive your arms down.
So here.
Yep, and then jump and drive your arms down. Okay, so now you got this feeling?
Yeah.
Okay, so now here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna start both feet on the force plate.
Okay.
You can start both feet on the force plate. You're gonna finish now right here.
Okay.
Okay. So as you squat, arms come up.
Here.
Yep. And then where are you going to finish? Over there.
Over there.
Yep. Good. We're going to do that one more time.
You look awesome.
Yeah, I feel
You
it.
look marvelous.
So down.
Okay, now what I'd like you to feel is and this is what you don't like, is I'd like you to feel like you do this with twice as much jump from your left leg than your right leg.
Whoa. Twice as much from the left. Okay.
PGA Tour average is 2x from the left versus the right.
Okay, so I need
You
to
look
be
pretty balanced.
Okay. So push hard from the left.
Just get over there using more of your left.
Okay. Ooh.
Good. Set up like you're going to hit. Okay. If I put a line from your right heel to your left toe, take a backswing. This line, I call this the surf line. In your downswing, come towards me. With your arms too, and everything's coming down. You surf this line. Okay? PGA Tour surfs this line.
Oh wow. So wow, that's way different.
Okay? So I want to see you do
Get out in front of you.
I want to see you do the jump again. Surf the line as you jump. Do it again.
Coordination's good, but
Now I want you to close your eyes and I want you to tell me specifically what part of your foot you're pushing from when you do this. Close your eyes and do this.
Do the jump.
Yep. Where'd you push from?
It's middle of my right foot.
Okay, what do I want?
Left.
Keep going.
So,
Pay attention to your left foot this time.
okay. Close my eyes.
Yeah. What part of your left foot did you push from?
Middle of it.
Where's the middle?
Right here.
So like a ball.
Yeah.
Move the ball out of the way. Move the ball away. Do a normal golf swing. Just normal golf swing. Pay attention to your left foot. Do a normal golf swing.
Just like as if
Just
I
pretend like you're
didn't-
doing a
yeah.
normal golf swing. Forget about surfing the line and stuff. Same spot or different?
That still felt more from my right side.
It's not the same spot. I need the same spot. I need the middle of the foot pushing that way in your golf swing.
Front foot.
Can you get that same feel like you did when you jumped?
From my front foot.
Yep, on the downswing. Oh, look at that! You've never fallen backwards before in your life.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
Yeah.
Can you watch this again?
Same thing?
Yeah, same feel.
That is so weird.
That's freaking awesome. Keep going.
Oh,
He
no.
wants to hit a ball. Get out of the way.
Just get out underneath it.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, that doesn't actually. It's,
Keep going. Because you'll get your balance here. As you do. Now do it without stepping through. Same feel. It was close. That wasn't perfect. Make it better. You know, you can see the wheels turning. Anytime the wheels turning, we just shut up. Just keep going. Now, something that can help you, Micah, your left hip is a little tighter, rotating that way. Okay, so if I want to make it easier, watch this. Take your left toe, turn it in, keep going, towards me. Now rotate to your left. Okay, you feel that?
Yeah.
Now come back to me. Now turn your left foot out. And now rotate. Where's freedom?
Yeah, a lot more.
That makes it easier. Okay,
So same thing.
same thing. Okay, now think about this. If you've been moving 3 inches, because on the grass it was average 3 inches forward,
Yeah.
you're gonna, to not move, you have to feel like you move 3 inches backwards,
Right.
right? And to actually make sure you hit the center face of the ball, you probably gotta move 3 inches closer to the ball,
Okay.
because you're moving away from it now,
Okay.
right? Actually, let's do that real quick with your driver. Where's this driver? Set up, let me see your normal distance set up with the driver. We'll let you hit balls here in a second. Set up, tee one up, and let me see your normal distance from the ball. Get yourself comfortable. Is that where you normally are?
Yeah.
Okay, stand tall, don't move your feet. Stand tall, hold the club out here. Close your eyes. And set up with your eyes closed.
Okay.
Okay, so you're too far from the ball?
I am now, yeah.
Notice, when you're athletic and comfortable, you're probably about 3 inches too far away from the ball.
Okay.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
You do that, why?
Because I moved towards it. Yeah.
You've accommodated to move 3 inches. Now, if I make you move backwards and I keep you there, you're gonna hit the toe.
Yeah.
You gotta get closer to the ball,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
You with me?
Yep.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. You're not safe, okay? Okay, so we're gonna set up this first one.
With a driver? Or?
I mean, we didn't come here to lay up, did we?
Nope.
Let's go, just kidding. Yeah, so, yeah, let's do driver. Set up like you're gonna hit. This is the surf line. Okay, that's the way you're going. You're 3 inches a little bit closer. Your whole job is to get that ball out of the bay. And what I want to feel is the jump, the ball, the
Okay.
flip pushing backwards. Just go ahead. Don't worry where the ball goes. Just get it out of the bay. Yeah, that's all you got to do for a second. Let me just see where that's going, where that's landing.
I don't think that's not going far at all.
Okay, good. Let's do one more of this. You okay?
Yep.
Don't change anything. That was perfect. Same thing. Make sure you're going backwards. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, now I want to see that. Hold on. I want to see if you're actually doing it. And by the way, the more you open, I should have said this to you before, as you open your body, let me see this right here. As you open your body, what does the club face do?
Squares? Or it stays open?
If I go this way, right? Okay, let me actually back up. If I take best players in the world, they release the club like this. Their hand starts to flex. They start to hinge down, and then they start to rotate. Where's that ball going?
It's closed, so it's left.
Okay, but it doesn't go left. That's what the best players in the world do.
Okay.
So let me do it again. Best players in the world, they flex, they hinge down, and they rotate. Now that looks crazy left. But if I do this,
Open your
I turn my
body,
body,
square.
it's going right down the fairway. Okay? If I do this way and I don't rotate like you, then can I do this?
No.
It'll hook.
I would hook.
So you kind of have to back off the
Yeah.
throttle, right? If you start moving this way and doing this, and you keep backing off the throttle, the ball's going to go right, which is kind of what we just saw right
Yep.
there, which is exactly what it should do.
Yeah.
But I just want to see if you're moving backwards. Right? Dude, put the shaft up there. Put a shaft up out there on the screen so they can see it.
What?
A golf shaft. Put a shaft right behind your butt. And okay, you see that? Now watch this. There's an iron.
Oh my.
See how different that is?
Yeah.
Right, that's basically you've invaded boardwalk, or, right there, right? So you
Right.
can see how you're going the right way. That's what I like. So I want you to do a couple of those. Yeah, those guys are going now. Let's do like 3 or 4 of those.
Obviously harder to do with a driver.
Yeah, we can do this with iron, but who cares? We can come here to lay out. Let's make sure you get a little closer. Keep doing that. I want 3 in a row, and then we'll talk about the release of the club. Keep going. getting better each shot. Keep
Get
going.
in your setup position again. Down here. Just get in your setup position. Go to the top of your backswing. This is what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to feel like you're going this way, right?
Really?
You're doing that with a push. I need your pelvis to go that way, and then you can go. So go to the top of your backswing again. You're trying to knock me down, like push me back. Here, there you go. And
Okay.
now, once you've pushed me, now you can go.
Do you feel
Okay.
you're pushing from the left ball of your foot when you did that?
Yeah, that was different because before I just feel like I'm trying to do this.
I want you
Versus
to feel
like
like
There you go.
you're trying to push or jump that way.
with
Think of your belt, right? I know you got a lot going on, but if my belt, see that line on the ground? Mm-hmm. Your belt buckle needs to go along that line. But
Okay.
you need to do it by pushing yourself along that line.
with
not
both
by-
feet or more of the front
For
or
you, your left
You
foot.
need to focus more on your left leg. Your right's going to do it automatically.
yeah.
There you go. There you go.
So it's here and then
Push yourself along that
Yep.
line. There you go. Yeah.
Yep.
You won't fall backwards.
okay.
It's just that's the sensation. Is that we've got to drive your pelvis back.
What
What
you
we're doing is trying to create space. You lose space.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
just
Okay.
remember, you haven't timed up the release on this, so I'm not really worried. I just
Yeah.
want you to get the motion down. The fact that you're
Left
making
foot to
contact is
drive
good.
that belt backwards.
So drive
That's
it
the magic
here.
move right there. That's the
There you
magic
go.
move. You've been missing that move. Go ahead and set up. I think we got to look at your basic fundamentals now, just to
Okay.
make sure we're on set. Okay, if I took a plumb bob, set up, keep all your set, and I dropped it down from your zipper, is it in the center of your stance, front of the center of your stance, or behind the center of your stance?
I think it's in the front and center.
Best drivers in the world, slightly behind the center of your stance.
Okay.
Okay, so let's fix that first. Move the center of your belt buckle. Keep going. Now, when you did that, you jacked your right hip up in the air. They don't. They keep their left hip slightly high. So basically, it does this. This is going to be really weird. Set up like your head. I always say make sure your left hip's slightly high, but then move everything over here.
Okay.
Okay, and the trunk's fine. It's just talking about the pelvis. So the center of your belt buckle is slightly behind. Feels like this.
yeah.
That's why you're so low. This is how they get launch angle.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, there you go. Now it should feel really low. It should feel powerful. Okay, so
Yeah.
so center of the belt buckle, move it slightly above. Yeah, right there. Keep it there. Now take a backswing and keep it there. Yeah. Now from here, you can step into the pitch and like we talked about that way. Okay. All right. So let's set up your hip. Make sure your right hip doesn't get high. Yeah. I feel way farther back.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hit
Feels like I have a lot of weight on my back foot.
Yeah, and make sure you're going to circle line that way on the
Okay.
downswing. Okay.
Ready?
Same thing. Yep. Okay. Keep going. Okay. We're close now. Let me see.
Moving your pelvis right. You're just having time to release it.
Okay.
Okay. No, actually, this is really good. That's the best one we've seen so far. Do that one more time. Oh, he's getting me so close. Keep going. Okay. That's the shot I want right there. So here's the putting it out the end. How weird is it getting more comfortable? Or
A
is it
little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
It still it
Okay.
feels pretty weird.
Okay, so there's the last piece is just concept now. Is now that you've got plumb bob back, this is where the best players, you're forward and you go this way. They're back here and they surf this way. Okay, so if we start over here, you take the swing and you surf this way. Here's the concept. You're going to set up like you're going to go down the middle of the fairway. I want you to try and start the ball over those white birch trees and draw it
Okay.
while you're going that way.
Okay.
You
Wow.
understand? Does that make sense?
So back.
So it's like a big draw, like a big hook is what you're going to
Okay.
try and do. Okay, so plumb bob's back. You're going to surf the line, big draw. Yeah, you're too far away. Look at that shot right there. That's your new ball flight. Mm-hmm. Did you like that?
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Look down right now. Okay, if you look down, oops, keep your hands out there like you're set up. What's lined up with your toe line? Is it this? Is it this? Is it what lines
When I
up?
look down, it's my right index
Okay,
finger.
get too comfortable. Get comfortable. Get far away. What's the toe line now?
It's where the line in the mat is
Okay,
right
now
there.
fix it. No. What's on the toe line now?
Oh, my right or left hand, my knuckle
So
right
that's toe line when you're too far away. And where was toe line when you were good?
there. It was.
Get closer.
So the right index finger.
Yeah, right there.
It's here?
Yeah, my index finger.
Okay, so it's here when you're bad and it's here when you're good.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So when you're out there, and we're going to go out of the tee for a second, if you look down, if you see the knuckle, we got problems.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to plumb bob's back, surfing left, give me the big draw. Swing hard. Okay, what did we miss there on that one?
I don't think I went back.
Good, let's fix it.
Okay.
I'm missing the big draw. I'm missing the
Yeah,
bird streaks.
I can't get out of the way of it.
Good, keep going. You can feel that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So close.
Still feel like I'm not
You
not
can't
enough
do it
space.
enough.
What?
You can't do it enough. Because
Yeah.
when you get close and you move away, the ball, if anything, goes right.
Okay.
You're too far away and you miss, it's going left.
Yeah.
So I don't want left. I want you to get close and force yourself to get away. Make sure you try and draw to the burst trees. That's just, I can't make it better than that. Problem is, it's like 1 out of 5 right now, but you have the pieces. You just got to put the three.
Yeah.
The problem is 3 things. You got to put all 3 together. When you do, it's going to be beautiful. Like the club fits. We just got
Yeah.
to get you doing these 3. Burst tree. So close. I think we can go get turf now. Let's grab like your driver. Let's grab like a 6-iron. So don't change anything. It's the same movement. These are make sure you get close, move away. Same thing. I just want to see if it reacts. Yeah, but so we got the setting now on his driver the way he was fit for. So now we're going to see if this move lines up a little better. We want you to move left on the downswing, but if you start left, you fall back
Yeah.
right. So I think what's really important here, I'm just going to get this set up again, is the left hip has to feel like it's high and it stays there.
Okay.
You want
so
to
this
do
foot,
that.
So this can bend a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Good, keep going that way. Yeah, that's beautiful. Keep going. There it is, keep going. So good. Most important thing, those are the 2 things you can always make sure they're right. You're close, knuckles, and loaded. Everything else is swing-wise. That setup should be easy. Create space and take it out to the right. Good, that's a good miss, just more right. Right? Let's do this. Get a lot closer than you've been.
Okay.
Same thing. Only big difference here is the plumb bob isn't behind the ball.
It's
on top
more
of the
right
ball.
over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only the driver you do that.
That felt really weird.
You're gonna like. Keep going. One more ball. You're gonna be like, holy moly, my iron doesn't do that. Yeah.
So did I actually create space there?
Look, I mean, how'd that feel?
It felt good.
Yeah. Well, when you're so close, you have to create space or you're gonna shank it. Right?
Yeah.
So do one more. Let's go after this one. Stay close. Feel like you're pushing away. Okay, good miss. Then to win. Now, see up like you're, or line up like you're gonna hit one and get far away and go towards the ball this time. You like that shot?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Okay, let's never do that again. Let's go back over. I mean, you can hear the contact sound. It's just
Yeah.
so different.
That's
I'm telling
much
you, the irons are
different.
gonna be really quick. You're gonna be like, what the hell was I doing before?
Yeah.
When you're in the heat of battle, no, your other one, that would have been the birch tree over there,
Yeah.
right? When you're in the heat of battle, if it doesn't feel perfect, get closer. The more uncomfortable you are, you won't move forward. You'll have to move backwards.
Yeah.
feels so counterintuitive.
Yeah. That was so good. Okay, so let's go long irons. It's weird with the 5
See,
iron.
when I'm close, I feel like I'm gonna shank it.
Yeah, that's what I want you to do, because your brain's going, if I move forward, I'm dead. So that you have to move backwards. I'm kind of torturing you. Good. Always, first one's always torture. No, it'll get comfortable as you go through. Now, as you start to get longer, plumb bob gets, so driver, plumb bob's behind the ball. like 5 irons right on top. Pitching wedge is slightly in front.
Okay.
Okay, so this is getting a little farther back, and you're starting to have to feel like you have to swing a little bit more centered to right side of center.
That's such a weird. It feels
Watch
like
this. Get far away and go move forward. Okay, you like that shot? Usually you can't make contact work doing that. Like you have to do something, or else you're going to hosel it. So you have to do something, and it takes the entire transfer from club to ball out of play. Okay, so get close. Okay, even that miss, even the divot is better there. Yeah. Okay, let's go 3-wood off the deck.
Chris would be like, that's not high enough.
Do you hate 3-wood off the deck?
No, no.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
What's the other one?
There's 2-iron and a hybrid. I think it's a hybrid.
Yeah, it's a
Oh, so these are normally good.
I think
It's more just a long iron.
It's
I think
long.
that's
Well,
the-
long irons. Yeah, driver. Every long club I struggle with. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you liked it. So
Like
okay.
I can. Yeah, like I don't mind hitting off the deck. I want to try it. Yeah.
Let's see through it because I want to see plumb bob back. Can you move back with off the deck? I mean.
Oh my!
We always say if you don't like that, you don't like golf, because that was ridiculous. What I wanted to just make sure is because we kind of did this backwards, to be honest with you. Normally we would fit you, we would work on you, and then they would fit this swing. I wanted to make sure that they didn't fit you over here.
Yeah.
Our guys are really smart. They probably knew where we were going. So
It does feel like the ball flight was really low with the irons, but that could be just more of a.
Yep, I think hopefully we've taken care of that now. Even the miss, look at the thin. And to make that better, you got to get farther away, create more space, and out to the birch tree. Just remember, if you crowd the space, right? How do you get to the birch? You'll hit your leg. You have to go this way, and that's why it starts
why I
that
feel
way.
like I'm going to hit everything way
If I
left.
create space, I can go birch tree. That's the whole thought. Now hold on, don't move. Just want to make sure you're not cheating on me. You're not aiming at the birch tree, are you? No, you're not. Okay, cool. What are you aiming at, by the way?
That middle tree.
So good.
I mean,
Yeah.
Feels
That's
so
different.
uncomfortable.
Yeah. It feels like I have no power.
Let me explain something. You have power.
we walk to the same ball.
That is a lie.
Well, what it's doing is you're now having to use your lower body. You've just been doing upper body. So as you get more comfortable with this, you'll realize you actually have more power in your lower body. Sounds like your caddy has one job. Get closer to the ball. Get closer to the ball. It's just.
I mean,
cool.
that-
Old swing, that's right of the birch.
All right, let's do it. Let's do old swing. He's like, I don't want to do it, but let's do it. Anyway, get farther away and move towards the ball. Yeah. Charlie, you want to watch? You want to get? You want? How you like your old? How you like your old swing? That was his old swing. Not the new one. Have you guys? Did you guys meet already?
What?
Did you guys meet?
No.
Charlie,
I
say hi to
haven't.
Mike.
How you doing? I'm Micah.
Micah, Charlie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
What were we working on yesterday, Charlie?
I've already forgot it.
Please
The
don't be like.
anti-hump?
Please don't be like Charlie. Mark, what did you want Charlie to do yesterday? Which way do you want his pelvis to move?
Not towards the ball. Not towards the ball.
Okay, Micah, fix that 3 swings. Come on, Charlie. It's like torture, right?
That is not perfect, though. That is
I mean,
opposite.
I don't know how to hit it better than that.
Wow.
All right, so tell back to me. What did we learn today?
It was so much, but I feel like there a couple of the key things. So when we started out, seeing or kind of like confirming that I am using the ground really well. I've been told that, and I thought, yeah, I probably do that because I hit it far and I'm not that big. So I've always just kind of like thought, like, yeah, I probably use the ground really well. Seeing that was truly fascinating. And then once you got into the 3D and you were able to see like how my hips were moving, which we saw that they weren't moving very efficiently over in the gym, seeing that and then realizing that I'm moving 3 inches closer to the ball, it just like, it kind of just flipped my whole golf swing upside down, I feel like. But then coming out here, I feel like I actually hit a couple where I was doing it right. And
Well, what
I've never
happens
seen
when
that
you try
ball
and go
fly.
do it the other way, the old way?
I mean,
It feels less
yeah,
athletic now.
it feels way
Right?
athletic.
So I
and-
always like to say, it seems like there's a lot. Dude, there's one thing. You're moving towards the golf ball.
yeah.
Right?
And
So
that, we saw that kind of throughout my whole swing, right?
The whole thing, from distance wedges to all the thing, you're moving towards the golf ball. So the question is how do we not move away from the golf ball? Well, first of all, we make it easier for you to be able to rotate. That's in the gym, some of the exercise work. You can turn your foot out, all those things make it easier. Number two is concept. Maybe you just didn't know you're supposed to be surfing that way and you were going this way, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's it's a very different feeling, but when you put the club down there
Yeah.
and like the idea of going this way and
Yep.
then pushing, it just feel like it kind of unlocks something as far as like, oh, that makes more sense than just trying to like, I've
and
always
you
just,
also notice when you first do that, you're like, man, this is going to feel awkward. Then like 3 shots in, you can't go do the old way because it feels worse,
Yeah,
right?
it does.
That's what's kind of cool about it because you also have to realize that's what, like, if I asked you to throw a ball or if I asked you to do anything other than athletic, you wouldn't move towards it.
right.
It's only golfers make golf unathletic. Like, this is just making it more athletic.
Yeah.
So it feels weird. Your brain's going, what the hell? Like, but very quickly you're going to go, this is so much easier.
Yeah.
Right. You just need to put the volume in now.
Yeah.
Right. But key things I think for you was setup. Okay, we got to set up on your right leg so that you can go like you're a sprinter on your right leg, so you can go to your
So I
left.
can go
right?
left.
Get the setup right, and then, like we said, invert in your brain. You're now going backwards instead of forward, and
And being closer to the ball feels really weird, but it also forces me to create space.
100%. Or
Yeah.
or if you get too far away, you have to go forward.
Yeah.
Right. So you do this, you move away, swing, enjoy the fairway.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Hey, you got it,
Thank
man.
you. I mean, I know your time is extremely valuable, and it means a ton to me to be out here with Titleist doing this. And I feel like this is just the beginning of just some really special stuff.
Welcome to the family.
Yeah. So shout out to just huge thank you to Dave and Greg for spending time with me today, and Titleist orchestrating this. It really is just fascinating for me, and it's just a very humbling experience. So one last thing, Dave and Greg's YouTube channel is linked in the description if you want more information when it comes to how to be just a better golfer overall, but learn how to make your body move better, all of that. Subscribe to their channel, it's linked at the top of the description.